Hello my dear students, in this video we are going to study the topic reconstruction of Germany. Students, till now we have studied how Hitler raised to the power, and after raising to the power how he established a dictatorship form of government in Germany. Now beta we will see how he, after coming to the power, he reconstruct the Germany. You all know the economic condition of Germany after the First World War, the humiliation faced by the Germany after that. All the internal problem, political problems, all these things we discussed till now in the chapter. So in such a situation, how the Hitler what were the steps taken by the Hitler in such a situation? How did he reconstruct the Germany after all the crisis, after coming to the power? Hitler assigned the responsibility of economic recovery. Beta, remember one thing, for reconstructing any of the country, very important thing is the economy of the country. The main thing is to reconstruct the economy, to strengthen the economy of that particular country. You know that after the First World War, there was a totally ruin of the economy of Germany. All its resources were taken away, it was demilitarized, all these things happened. So the first step which was done by the Hitler was the reconstruction of the economic structure of Germany. And this responsibility he had given to one of the very able economists of Germany of that time, named Hjalmar Schuschnigg. What is the name? Hjalmar Schuschnigg. He assigned the responsibility of economic recovery to the economist Hjalmar Schuschnigg, who aimed at, Hjalmar Schuschnigg came with a plan of, he aimed at full production and full employment. He came with a plan in which he promised that he will provide, give the full production, make the Germany to produce so much, all its industries to produce, do the full production and to provide full employment to all the youth of the country, which was a very important step taken. And both the things means to achieve the full production target and to give the full employment to the youth. And this they will done through the state-funded work creation program. Means they will create a work in the country which was sponsored by the government. And the project which was started by the government, that project will provide the employment to the people, to the youth of the country, to all the youth of the country. That's why they are saying full employment to all the youth of the country. All the youth of the country get the jobs in the state project, state funded project, the project started by the government. And this thing led to, and that project need a lot of things, and this led to a full production. Okay. This project produced, what was the project now? The project was to produce a famous German superhighway. Means they started a project to construct a superhighway in Germany. And second project was the production of the people's car called Volkswagen. Volkswagen. Beta German term means people, and wagon means car. So it means people's car. Means Hitler promised, or Hjalmar Schuschnigg promised to the people, the economists of the time promised to the workers that now your dream will come true. All the workers will own the car. They had their own car. This was the dream for the workers, to have their own car. So they promised to the workers also that now you will all own your own car. So these two were the project. One was the construction of the German superhighway and another was the people's car. So the first thing, obviously by the construction of the German superhighway, there was the full production, all the things were needed related to the construction work. Apart from that, the full employment will be provided, the engineers were needed, and various categories of the people were needed for doing this work. And in this project also, people got a lot of employment through both these things. And both the things were the state funded, means government owned. Government was sponsoring this. Okay, first step. Now come to the second. After doing this internal work within the country for the recovery of the country, now Hitler moved to the foreign policy for the reconstruction of the country. Foreign policy also acquired a quick success. What were the foreign policies made by the Hitler for the reconstruction of the Germany? The first thing done by the Hitler was he pulled out Germany from League of Nations in 1933. 1932 he came to the power. In 1932 he won, the elections were held. 33 he became the chancellor, and in that similar year, what he did, you all know, after the First World War, one committee was made, international union was made, like in today's time there is a United Nations. United Nations is the international body of which all the countries of the world are the members, and that body will work for keeping the peace in the world, for establishing the peace in the world. So beta, remember one thing, this United Nations which is there today, when it was established after Second World War. And what was there before First World War, before Second World War? So when beta First World War occurred, 1914 to 18. When the First World War get over, then at that time one international body, international organization was made for establishing the peace and harmony in the various among the various countries of the world, to maintain, so that the condition never happen again as that of the First World War. For establishing the international peace, the international organization was established, and that international organization was League of Nations. But beta, because this, you all know, after First World War, Second World War occurred. It was started in 1939 up to the 1945. Okay, it means that Second World War occurred. It means that this League of Nations was a total failure in its work of maintaining the peace, international peace. League of Nations was unsuccessful. Because of this league was unsuccessful in its work. Therefore, after the Second World War, another international organization was made, which is known as today as the United Nations, which is there today also. Now understood what is this League of Nations? This is the international organization before United Nations for establishing the same work which is now done by the United Nations was done earlier by the League of Nations. Okay, various countries of the world were its members. So what, now come back here to the foreign policy of Hitler. What Hitler started, first step done by the Hitler was that he pulled out Germany from the League of Nations. Germany was also the member of League of Nations, so he pulled out the Germany, taken out Germany from it. Why he pulled out it? So that if Germany, as long as the Germany remain the member of the League of Nations, it have to follow the rules and regulation of the League of Nations, follow the instruction of it. And that's why he pulled out Germany out, so that he can do whatever he want to do. Okay, now second thing. After that, he reoccupied Rhineland in 1936. Okay, Rhineland, the same area which was nature resource. There was so much of nature resource in this region, Rhineland, which was taken away by Germany during the Treaty of Versailles, if you remember. Okay, so this land was reoccupied by Hitler, by Germany. First step, pulled out Germany from League of Nations. Second, reoccupy Rhineland in 1936. Now third step taken was the integrated Austria and Germany. Austria and Germany different. Earlier they both were under the one empire, that was the Habsburg Empire. जैसे इंडिया में मुगल एम्पायर था, in a similar way, and India and Pakistan both were one na, in a similar way. Germany and Austria were one under the Habsburg Empire, but later on they were divided. Okay, so what Hitler did, he integrated Austria and Germany in 1938, make them one. Under the slogan, what slogan he give by making them one, integrating them? One people means both are the one people, not different. Germans are not different from Austrians. Okay, one people, one empire, one leader. That's why he is integrating both. Okay. Now, fourth step taken by Hitler was taking Sudetenland from Czechoslovakia, because Sudetenland was the land where many German people lived, and it was taken up by the Czechoslovakia. It was under the country Czechoslovakia. So what he did, Hitler taken away the land of Sudetenland where there was the majority of the German people from Czechoslovakia. Okay, these four steps initially were taken by the Hitler in the foreign affairs. In all these things which were done by the Germany, the Germany had the unspoken support, means not open support but a hidden support of England. And why England was supporting Germany? Because somewhere England thought that during the time of the Treaty of Versailles, injustice was done by the German with the German, and the treaty was so much harsh for the German. So that's why now England was supporting Germany, not openly but in a hidden way. This quick success at home and abroad. At home through the economic recovery, and in abroad through all these things. By taking out from League of Nations, Rhineland, occupying Sudetenland, and integrating Austria and Germany. Now the destiny of Germany seemed to be reversed. The humiliation, all the insult which German faced, now it acquired certain kind of the international position in the eye of the world. But Hitler did not stop here. He keep on proceeding in a way. Now what he started, if you remember, one of the important clause of the Treaty of Versailles was that Germany was disarmed, means not allowed to keep any kind of the arms and ammunition and the army, to maintain army, because it was made responsible for the First World War. That's why it was disarmed. So now another step taken by the Hitler was the rearmament of the Germany. He again started to rearm the Germany, to acquire the weapons for the war and to maintain the army. This was the thing because of which he taken out Germany from the League of Nations. Till it remained the member of the League of Nations members will not allow Germany in anyhow to rearm itself. That's why after coming out from the League of Nations, it started rearming the country. Though Hjalmar Schischert, the great economist who came up with this great plan, he warned the Hitler against this. He said that our country's economic condition till now has not recovered so much, that we are not having that much money to invest in the rearmament and maintaining the army. We have to wait for some time. But though Schischert advised Hitler against this, because investment, huge investment, if now the country will done in the weapons and rearmament of the country, then it has to do all these on the deficit financing. कर्जा लेके उसे ये काम करना पड़ेगा, which will have a bad impact on the economy of the country, which is now at the verge of developing, not develop. It is recovering. The economy was recovering now. It has not been recovered till now. And this huge investment program has been inaugurated by the Hitler at this time. That's why Hjalmar Schischert warned Hitler against this. But caution people had no place in Nazi Germany. Means the people, जो लोग डरते हैं उनकी, Hitler has said that kind of a people had no place in my country. So he removed Hjalmar Schischert from the position and did whatever he wanted to do. As you know, he was the dictator, so he did whatever decision he had taken. He started rearming the country. Hitler chose the way. And what way he has chosen for economic recovery? He thought that he will not recover its economy through a small process of the production and all these things. What he did, he started acquiring the territory of the neighboring country, and from there he will take the resources, and soon the economy of Germany will recover. He take up this shortcut method of recovering the economy. Hitler chose the way as the way out of the approaching economic crisis. What way he has chosen for coming out of the economic crisis? Resources to be accommodated through expansion of territory. He had chosen the way of how to remove the economic crisis by having the resources by the territorial expansion. Means Germany will expand its territory. When it acquires the territory of another nation, obviously the resources of another country will be occupied by the Germany. This shortcut method was taken by the Hitler. Now see what happened in September 1939. By taking these steps, Germany invaded at Poland. And when Germany invaded Poland, this started the war of Germany with France and England. Because France and England oppose Germany regarding acquiring the Poland region. And at that time in 1940, soon after the next year, what Germany did now, when the Germany see that two countries came in opposition to it, France and England are opposing it now for having the international strength. It signed a tripartite pact. Tri means three. A pact means samjhota. A pact between three nations. He signed a pact. Means Germany signed a pact with Italy and Japan. These three countries signed a pact. Okay, remember. Germany, Italy, Japan. Now remember, when we started the chapter, then we see Second World War between two parties, triple alliance and triple entente. Another side there were Germany, Italy, Japan. Why they were on one side? Because a pact was signed between them. That's why these three countries were on one side. And you know that Second World War was over by the dropping of the bomb at Hiroshima and Nagasaki of Japan by US. So you know Germany, Italy and Japan were defeated in the Second World War. So this is the story you can connect. Okay, now come back. In 1940, tripartite pact was signed between Germany, Italy and Japan. And this strengthened the Hitler international claim to the international power. And now it can easily face the opposition of France and England because it itself having the international support. And another thing done by the Hitler, what Hitler did, he re-established the puppet regime in the region, in various countries, in various regions of the Europe, in various places in Europe, there were still a monarchy in some places. So you all know conservative people were in favor of the monarchical form of government. So what Hitler did, Hitler reinstalled the monarchies in some of the smaller countries of the Europe so that it can gain the support from them. And by the end of the 1940, Hitler was at the pinnacle of its power, at the peak of its power. And you will see that at that time now, when after occupying, having strengthened itself in the Western Europe, now Hitler started thinking of moving towards the Eastern Europe. Eastern Europe means in the east of the Europe there is a Russia. And this thing will in future act as a reason behind the downfall of the Hitler, because when it started its war in the Eastern Europe with the US, with the Soviet Russia. At that time it was the Soviet Union, the USSR, Union of Socialist, Soviet and Socialist Republic. You know, Russia was not Russia, it was USSR. Okay. And this USSR was dissolved in 1991. Then only it became Russia. Now we call it Russia. Na? Before that, Russia, it became Russia in 1991. Before that, it was USSR. Okay. When Hitler started his invasion in the Eastern Europe on Soviet Union, USSR, then the border on the western side were open when you see the map. And then England started invading on that. Okay, so all these things you will see now.